So there are many words that describe this player. Tough, goal scorer, imposing, very, very durable, and you can basically say he is the best South American player in NHL history. Who is this person caught up in all these descriptions by this journalist? Of course, we're going to go talk about the great player, sorry for the lightning, we're in a thunderstorm down here, Willi Plett. Now, Willi Plett was born June 7th, 1955 in Asunción, Paraguay. Now, at 6'3", 205, one of the biggest right wingers of his generation, and he patrolled the forward lines like a great white shark. Very, very scary to a lot of opposition. Knew how to fight, knew how to take care of himself. Now, he played 833 games in the NHL for the Atlanta Flames, Calgary Flames, Minnesota North Stars, and Boston Bruins. Now, Atlanta took a flyer on him, no pun intended, as a fifth-round selection in the 75 NHL Amateur Draft, 80th overall, and probably one of the better 80th overall picks of the 1970s, including the 75 draft. Plett was a member of the Tulsa Oilers Adams Cup championship team in 75-76 and won the Calder Memorial Trophy in 77 as the NHL's top rookie. He transferred with the Flames franchise to Calgary in 80, but a trade in 82 sent him to Minnesota, where he played 5 seasons. He finished his campaign in the NHL in 88 with 1 season in Boston. Now, Plett's parents, who had lived in the Soviet Union and then Germany, fled to South America to escape the Second World War. He settled in Asunción, Paraguay, where he was born on June 7, 1955. His family moved to Canada 1 year later, settling in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario. Now, Plett first played organized hockey at the age of 12 and played junior hockey near his hometown. Now, he played 3 years in the St. Catharines Blackhawk system, but left the team midway through the 75 JHL season following a dispute with coach Hap Emms, joining the Tier 2 Niagara Falls Flyers. His playing style was comparable to a modern power forward, as Plett combined scoring ability with physical play and a willingness to fight. The Flames saw this talent and selected them again 80th overall in the 75 draft. Now, with St. Catharines, his last season, he had 14 points in 22 games and 2 points in the playoffs. Now, his time with Tulsa, the Plett legend grew because word got around he could score, he could fight, and he could score the big goals. When he finally got to Atlanta in 77, put out some outstanding numbers. 33 goals in 64 games, 56 points. From then on, it was nothing but gravy. He had back-to-back seasons with Calgary and Atlanta of 22, 23, 13, 38, and 21 goals. First season with Minnesota in 83, he also scored 25. Now, the big letdown for the fans of Plett was the 79-80 season. After these campaigns of scoring a lot of goals, he became a little bit more physical, and he set a franchise record with 231 penalty minutes in that 1980 season. Now, eventually, when he moved to Calgary with the Flames, he was set on the Flames top line alongside Kent Nielsen and Guy Schwarnard. Now, this was his best season ever. He set career highs with 38 goals, 68 points, and 239 minutes and penalties. Now, he also established himself as a fan favorite and then shared the team playoff scoring league with Bobby McMillan with 8 goals as the Flames reached the semifinals of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Now, his offensive production fell to 21 goals in 82, a season in which Plett became an outspoken critic of, get this, another blast from the past, head coach Al McNeil. The Flames replaced Bill McNeil as coach following the season, but also chose to trade Plett on June 7, 1982. He was sent to the Minnesota North Stars in exchange for Steve Kristoff and the rights to Bill Nyrop, and both teams also exchanged draft picks. Now, the NHL eventually suspended Plett for 8 games early in the first season with the Stars after he was giving a match penalty for slashing Detroit Red Wings goalie Greg Stephan in the head. He did score 25 goals on the season, but he recorded 19 fewer points than the year before, and his 170 penalty minutes was his lowest total since his rookie season. He then scored only 15 goals and 38 points in 84, and quarreled with coach Bill Mahoney over playing time. Now, Plett did receive more time after the two resolved their differences, and he refocused on the physical side of his game, which had been lacking the previous 2 years. He did finish the campaign with a outstanding reflection of his physical talent, 319 minutes and penalties. Now, Plett was also dogged by injuries in the following 3 seasons, missing time due to a chronic groin injury and injuring his shoulders on several occasions. His offensive production decreased each year, falling to 11 points by 87. Now, the North Stars eventually traded Plett to the Rangers in exchange for Pat Price on September 7, 1987. However, due to a bad training camp, he never played a game for New York, and the Bruins took him to waiver draft prior to the season start. Now, Plett, in his new home at the Garden, he appeared in 65 games for the Bruins in 88, only scoring 2 goals, and he was really chastised in the Massachusetts media for that. He did accumulate 170 minutes and penalties. Now, he did appear in 17 playoff games, notching 6 points, which is more than 1 point in the regular season, as the Bruins reached the 88 Stanley Cup Finals before losing to the Oilers. Plett retired the following season. Now, when Plett returned to the Atlanta area following retirement, he opened Willi Plett's Sports Park, now in business, a golf course and theme park in Woodstock, Georgia. Afterwards, he also worked for his son's landscaping business. Now, he is among all-time leaders in penalty minutes. As it stands right now, he is in that what he called rarefied air, where he has more than 2,000 minutes. Now, just looking at the stats here, he is, sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen, 2,572 minutes in penalties, so which leads him. I think he's top 20, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second here. Yes, he's number 16. 13 seasons, 834 games, 2,572 minutes. Now, obviously he had a chance to move up to run a long season, but look at the people ahead of him, ladies and gentlemen. Just some quality players: Tiger Williams, Dale Hunter, Ty Domi, Marty McSorley, Bob Probert, Rob Ray, Greg Berube, Tim Hunter, Chrissy Allen, Ricky Tocchet, Pat Verbeek, Chris Chelios, Dave Manson, Scott Stevens, and Donald Brashear. So, and only Chris Allen had 13 seasons with over 2,000 minutes. So Plett's totals reflect the fact he had played a lot of games, a lot of great results, and a lot of great respect. He was a very well-respected player by the fans and his teammates and opponents alike. 834 games, 222 goals, 250 minutes and penalties, 437 points, playoffs, 24 goals, 22 assists for 46 points in 83 games with 466 minutes and penalties. Ladies and gentlemen, his penalty accumulation was very, very intense. In 1981, he had 89 minutes in 15 games. In 1985, he had 67 penalty minutes in 9 games. But his last season with Boston, 74 minutes in 17 games. So a regular season, he would have averaged about 400 minutes. So interesting career nonetheless. And I miss Willi Plett a lot because he was a great scrapper, a great goal scorer, and he would get the Gordie Howe hat trick to fight the assists and the goals. So a very good player. Have a good day.